Hey, so you guys probably heard, but we faced Omni in War 8, Season 23. This was really, really fun. Alright, so here I am. I'm scouting my pass. I was actually backup in Section 1. I've been doing backup as often as I can in the first section, just to kind of get everybody in BG3 some more fights. But in Section 2, I'm going to be on Path 9. I've got a CGR. What a sad waste of an amazing attacker to put him on defense. And then Elsa. And then I did want to show you guys, I've got that Apocalypse on node 47. We'll talk about it a little bit more when we get there. But all right, so I am bringing my Magneto. I'm also bringing Magic, and then my rank 3 Morningstar is with me, but she's purely just a synergy for Magic to help me with my crits on while I'm in Limbo. All right, so in this fight, it's One-Eyed Open, Stun Reflect, or Window of Opportunity stun. So that little timer underneath his health bar that has that shield. Now I can stun him, but if I stun him, I'll take the damage. You guys probably saw Legacy's recent video where the damage was reflected from One Eye Open. Anyway, Magneto can shut that stuff off because CGR is a metal champ, but there's no reason to risk it here. Now I did a bunch of duels against him, and by a bunch I mean I think I did like 2 or 3, so maybe a bunch is a little bit dramatic, but I did a few duels against him, and I was landing my heavy, counter-heavying him about 60% of the time, but as you guys saw there towards the beginning of the fight, I totally whiffed, so I was like, alright, we're not doing that anymore. And I have 0 paralysis because I haven't knocked him down. And that's okay. I did practice in my duels doing like cornering myself and counter heavying his heavy, and it's obviously a lot more reliable. But at this point, it doesn't matter. He's down to 30% health. We throw the SP3. Even with 0 prowess, it takes him down to 6%, and then I'm just going to full combo him and he's dead. So a pretty safe fight there. Again, CGR is just such a good attacker. It's sad to see a rank 3 on defense, but this fight against Elsa, Elsa can be a tricky defender. She hits really, really hard if you screw up, and it should be a pretty easy fight. This one does have Window of Opportunity stun, but it doesn't have One Eye Open. So once that window timer is gone, as it is now, I can freely stun her and then do heavies. But I'm going to get wrecked in this fight, actually, just because it's against my nature to have a fully clean war with a bunch of fights and no terrible ones. So I'm just going to be blocking everything here. I'm not really worried at all. And here's where I get into trouble. I just dex a little bit too early on the heavy. I throw the SP2. It's not a big deal. It's going to inflict armor break. And yeah, so here I just just don't take the special here. Play it safe. Don't accidentally stun her. So I'm going to throw my SP1 just to give me some space. And again, that's a huge crit, almost 13k on the crit, and then I just whiff. And so here I'm like, oh boy, I'm about to die to this Incinerate. I need to throw my SP1 really, really fast. I'm going to gain back that adrenaline healing. And fortunately, we're able to get her down. But that was just basically 3 bad mistakes. So I mistimed her heavy twice, and then I got clipped on a dashback. Just pretty ugly fighting. All right, so in this fight, there's a lot going on here, and it's a rank 3 Apocalypse. So I am going to start by taking a full combo. He only hit me twice, so I was like, you know what? Let's take a second combo. That gets us all the way up to 2 bars of power. And now the fight is over. That was definitely a mistake there. I was a little bit concerned about getting up to my SP3, and so I was, in the moment, I wanted to throw my SP2 on a dashback, but that obviously triggered Indestructible. So that wasn't smart. And I'm going to be fairly aggressive here. And then basically, as I've talked about in previous videos, I'm going to play pretty aggressively against most defenders with Magic until they block. I'm going to take a hint, and I'm not going to continue to do it. And then if I kind of get into a little bit of a rhythm, I'll try it again. So at this point, the fight is basically over anyway. So we're just going to take it slow and get the parry off, and that's it. So that fight only took a little over a minute. So Magic, I was fully boosted with Power Start 1 boost, obviously. All right, so here I'm going to go in with Magneto. Unfortunately, I've got to use units, 320 units. God, it stings so bad. But at this point, I was out of potions because the previous word of this video, using Immortal Abomination, a rank 3 with a massive health pool, boosted for the boss when I died. I ended up using like 10 items just to revive and heal him up so that I could have that second attempt on the boss. Just unfortunate, but that's the price that you pay for getting your ass kicked, guys, so don't get your ass kicked. Alright, so here I'm going to be doing reparries. I'm holding block. I don't want her to throw the SP1 because it has a 30% chance to drain my power, and even though the likelihood is small, all I really want to do here is just get to my SP3. So I've only got 23 prowesses. I'm going to throw this SP3. She's got a super small health pool. She just gets totally clamped. And that fight was so brief that I'm actually going to come out of this fight and I'm still going to have my Power Start 1 boost active, but it's only got 20 seconds left. Dap is placing a pre-fight, and Dap is just going to take his sweet time. He's in there. All he's got to do is place a White Magneto pre-fight just to give me more attack. That's all he's got to do. And he makes sure to take exactly 20 seconds doing that. Presumably, just reading the node leisurely. We kind of joked about that afterwards. So obviously I'm not starting this fight with the Power Start 1 boost. In reality, it doesn't matter. And I didn't anticipate to still have that boost active by this point regardless. So I wasn't concerned. So here you guys can see I'm just kind of slow playing, and I'm trying to bait out his SP1, but he's just not going to throw it. And I know that I'll get to an SP2 with my next full combo, so I'm just going to parry him. And because he'll be over 2 bars himself at this point, I'll be able to steal back a bunch of power, which is great. And now he's power locked, so if he throws the SP1, I'll just dex it, and if he doesn't, which he doesn't, then that's just going to help me gain more power back. So the PS1 is not needed on this node for most defenders. If you play it smartly, I think that I'm trying to think who would be a defender that you would want to use the Power Start 1 boost the most. Sorcerer Supreme, there's an argument to be made for her because she gains natural power as is. But frankly, I've taken that fight without a PS1 boost, and you really don't need it. You just have to play your combos smartly. That's basically it. And once you get up to that SP2, as you guys know, the fight's over unless you royally screw it up. So, but the Dap thing was pretty funny. He said that he was kind of reading the nodes and he was just dilly-dallying, which is totally fine. He wasn't doing it on purpose. He had no idea that I still had my Power Start 1 boost active anyway. So that's the war for us. This is great, though. Down at the bottom, awesome Suck It Seatin from Carl. We love you, Seatin. And we cleared 50-0 in BG3 against Omni, which is pretty cool. Now, it shows 12 deaths for them, but 9 of those were to the boss. They basically did the boss pile just to get the global down, which I think is pretty smart if you know that you've got some really tough matchups. We ran Protect, so that is pretty misleading number. I'm not trying to embarrass anybody. But I did want to show that we cleared with 0 deaths in BG3, which is great. So here are the cards. We got Rez in BG3 with the silver. He's got the Darkhawk Dab there. Clown, great, super generous guy. You guys probably know him. He's been referenced a lot with the gifting event. And then Lags, of course. We had to get this dude a bunch of fights. He took the Mojo boss, soloed it. His video is out as well. You guys probably have seen it already. But that's it. Thanks for watching. Leave a like and a comment. Please subscribe. And if you want one of those cards, consider being a channel member. I'll see you guys in the next video.